Alright, good morning. So today we need to get the trailer off of the jacks and lift blocks. We have my mother-in-law staying with us and I need to make sure that the trailer's stable. Right now it's up on 3 wheels. It should be up on all 4. My dad gave me his old lift blocks that he had. So I'm going to go ahead and get the truck warmed up and get us over there. And then we'll take the truck down there, get this thing all hooked up and go from there. Let's get started. Okay, so while the truck is warming up, we're gonna come over here and bring the trailer off the jacks. We also need to pull the tire covers really quick. Oh, that sucks. All right, blinky light means that I gotta go inside and do it this way. Oh, that blows. All right. Okay, so what that blinking light means is that the system has failed and we have to do a restart. So I have to come inside, come to this panel, which it's not on. Okay, it's turning on now. That's weird. Usually that stays on. Rear jacks are coming up. So trailer's officially back on the ground, and then it's gonna start working on doing the front. Front is coming up. So in the meantime, we're gonna pull the tire covers and get this thing ready to go. It's time to go get the truck. Okay, scratch that. We're gonna do something else really quick. So we picked up my brother's generator. Like I said, my mother-in-law staying with us this weekend. I need to make sure that we have some power to the trailer. We don't have a long enough cord to run it from the house. So let's back up the truck and put this thing where we need it to go. I'm gonna try to get these generators, because I gotta grab mine too. We have a parallel box that my brother has that we're gonna use, but I'm trying to get this thing back over here and have the exhaust pointing towards the trees. Hopefully that muffles it a little bit. Now what I'm about to do, I don't really recommend. The generator weighs about 100 pounds, so with fuel it's probably about 120 right now. But yeah, it's early, no one's awake other than the freaking chickens, as you can probably hear. But yeah, let's try this and hopefully I don't hurt myself. Okay, now we can actually get this done. Oh, that sun's bright. You got sunglasses on your head, put them on. I know. I'm not going to take the time to basically hook up everything else. There's no reason to, so since we're just staying here. Does this work? Oh, thank God. Okay, we got a green light now. Alright, we'll hit retract all. That'll pull these jacks up. And then before we move anything, we need to pull our X-shocks off of the tires. Go over the other side. For the record, the pressure from the truck going backwards is what made this tire move so much farther back on the blocks. Don't come at me in the comments. We're gonna move this thing forward, get it all the way off of the block, and then we're going to set up the other blocks along with some other blocks underneath the jacks to kind of help level it a little bit better. Alright, we have the additional blocks in place. I'm actually going to set the GoPro up so that I can actually see this on my phone and make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, well in YouTube world that's gonna go super fast, but holy crap was that a pain in the ass trying to get that right. That's the first time I've set this thing up on 2 sets of blocks on both wheels. Dang. Now from this point we just need to add some more blocks to this rear stabilizer jack and that'll be about it. At this point we're just reversing the process. So X chocks right in between both sides and we'll go from there. I'll catch you guys after I do that. Come over here, auto level. So what it does is it levels itself out in the front so that both of the front jacks are at the same height. It'll come down, basically start its whole entire process. Then it starts lowering these back stabilizers. All right, the solid green light means we are good to go. I'm going to kind of get this thing all popped out and open. First things first though, I'm gonna get the tires covered back up. I'm also going to get the electrical cord out and just kind of get all the things situated so I can continue on with the video. I don't want to bring you guys along for that because it's kind of boring. So anyway, we'll do that. We also need to go back up to the house and grab my generator and bring it down too. pressure up here with the elevation change with stuff that has not been opened in a while is crazy, and my hands are still messed up from last weekend, so talk all the crap you want. Like I said, there's a ton of pressure here. Alright, we're gonna get this thing unloaded. We're gonna top them off with fuel. And we are also going to get this thing going. So the next thing we're gonna do is get the port out for the trailer. We're going to be hooking into this port right here, and then we'll be dragging the rest of it over to the generators. Alright, so I've never done this before. So we're going to figure this out together. Alright, so we have both sides plugged in here. I think you can see that. We're going to start the generators. I'll flip this on and see if we got, flip this breaker on and we'll see if we got power. Alright, we're alive. Now let's see if this works. Alright, now that that's done, let's get the truck moved out of the way and see if we got power to this thing. Alright, so power is actually on. Checked and fridge is running. Slides are out. We'll put the awnings out maybe later on, we'll see. But yeah, nice to actually have some power here at the ranch for the trailer itself right now. Also, generators need a good run anyway, so this is not a bad thing for them at all. We got some other stuff we got to do today. I'm gonna try to get to it today. If not, it's gonna have to happen first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah, TYM is doing a tractor giveaway, and you got to shoot a video showing off like what projects you want to do on your property. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some clever stuff I'm thinking of and try to give that a go. Probably really want to try to get to it today, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's head back up to the house, get the gas cans back inside. So when was the last time we used our trailer? Well, we actually lived in this trailer while we were waiting for our house to be ready to go as far as escrow goes. We were in here for about a month or so, give or take. A little bit more than that. It was cool. It was challenging, but we did it. If you see here, table's missing. But before I explain that, I'm gonna go turn on some lights. So why is that table missing? Well, that's actually where we put our son's crib. It worked. It was tight in here. We had a lot of stuff in here. We proved that we could do it. We actually had to board one of our dogs, and then we ended up having to board our other dog due to him just not being able to stay in here alone by himself while we were away. After explaining all that stuff, we're gonna jump into getting this thing kind of cleaned up. Not a whole lot to do, just kind of wiping off surfaces, getting the floor kind of cleaned up. It's not dirty, it's just we need to wipe it down. All right, let's get started here. But first, it's starting to get warm in here. I'm turning on the ACs, and we're gonna test out the generators to make sure it can do it. Front AC kicked on. I forgot which one was which. Hold on. They're both on. It's working. Let's go see how loud the generators are now. I mean, it's a little louder, but I kind of checked at the front of the property. I checked in the back of the property. Not all the way in the back, just about 250 feet away. Not that bad. kind of shocked, honestly. All right, I'm gonna time lapse this. Pardon the noise from the AC, it's hot and I don't want to turn it off for better audio, so we're gonna deal with this here. Now this is kind of just a good, what do I want to call it? This is a good practice run for when we start renting out the trailer. Of essentially what I'm gonna do is, obviously I'll set up the trailer, I'll do all that type of stuff for the people, but when I go to pick up, before I leave, obviously I'm gonna do my walk around, make sure the trailer's okay. If there's any damage, I'll note it, that way I can get it taken care of, charge people, whatever it is. But having to go through and clean stuff and all that, that's going to be all part of what I have to do when I start renting the trailer out. So, I mean, obviously this is just like cleaning our own trailer. I'm just trying to treat it like it's something where I've never met the people and I don't know who they are. So, obviously I'm cleaning without gloves. I'll be wearing gloves when we start doing that. All right, let's keep going. All right, so different clothes, different day. We are now packing up the trailer and closing up the slides and doing all that type of stuff. So my mother-in-law left about 20 minutes ago. So there's something on the trailer I need to fix on the outside. If you have an RV, you know that that is something that is a constant fight. But yeah, we're gonna do that because in order to close up the slides, I gotta have that fixed. Then after that, we're gonna take some time and get the inside all cleaned up, and let's head down to the trailer. Yes, I'm driving my truck even though it's right there. I gotta bring the generators back up as well once I'm done with them. So I lied, there's actually two things we gotta fix on the trailer. I forgot about this. All right, so there is this piece of weather stripping right here that I saw on the ground yesterday. So there's a little screw that's right down in here that I'm just gonna re-screw back into the hole that it was in. It's a self-tapping screw. If I gotta reposition it, I will, but anyway, that's kind of what we're dealing with. All right, hopefully the next one is actually that easy. We'll find out. Probably not though. Let's go. If you could tell, there's this stripping here that is supposed to be inside of here. Now, it is, now I really see it up close, it's pretty cracked. I'm gonna try and just get it back in here so it stays, but this is not a component of the trailer that we have to really worry about. This is if you have a slide topper, basically so that water runs directly off the side as opposed to running onto the slide and then off of the trailer. But anyway, nevertheless, I don't want it flapping around in the wind and beating the heck out of the trailer and ripping stuff apart. So we're just gonna shove it back into where it needs to go. Also, I'm afraid of heights, so this is great for me. I can't put this slide back in until I get this back into place too, so it is what it is. Well, I've officially figured out that I'm gonna have to order that part so that it actually sits in there the right way, but I have it in far enough to where I can actually get the slide in and not have an issue. I may come back and just put some screws into it or something just for the meantime until I can shell out the money to get another one. All right, let's go down, assess how much we have to clean this thing, and kind of go from there. Again, this is a trial run as far as, you know, renting the trailer out and all that type of stuff. Hopefully my mother-in-law didn't make a big old mess. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Pretty sure she didn't. Great. So mainly all I got to do is just sweep out the floor. Probably just get the vacuum, make it quicker. Actually, I'll just sweep this up. It'll make it simple and easy. That was already in here. We don't have to worry about that. Water bottles I'll bring in right now. And then we're just gonna get all the stuff off the bed and take it inside, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get going on this. Alright, and with that, inside is all clean. I didn't video the rest. We had our son in there with us, so I didn't want to have him on video. Yeah, that's all done. Literally just swept. Alright, we're going to put the steps up and then shut down generators and all that. Alright, so I'm just going to explain what I'm doing here. So I'm unplugging this thing. Pretty straightforward. That way the box is completely free. Take that off, everything back. So it's got a lock washer. And you put the nut back on, so that next time you have everything ready to go per usual. Get that nut back on. As far as getting the generators back up to the house, the last generator that I just unhooked, that's my brother's generator. This is a parallel box, so I'm just going to get everything back to the way it was so I can take it back to him this week. The last and final thing I gotta do is get the electrical cord inside of the trailer. Luckily, it's obviously warm today, and it's sweat all over my shirt here, so that makes this cord really easy to spool up. During the wintertime though, this cord sucks to spool up. If you have an RV, you know, or you work with electrical at all, you know these 50 amp cords during the wintertime are terrible to work with. All right, let's get this done and get the generators inside and all that type of stuff, and we'll go from there. Alright, now that the trailer's all buttoned up, we're going to take some time here, get the generators inside, get the fuel can that we were using to transport fuel from the gas station back to the house back in here. And that's really about it. Alright, so that is it for Easy Peasy Ranch today. We're going to be doing some other stuff here in the future. Like I said, I'll be shooting the video for TYM tractor to hopefully win a tractor. Fingers crossed that works. But at the same time, you know, little things like this we'll be recording around just to continue with the content and keep it up and keep things going for myself. It's also just been one of those things where we're doing projects as we can. We'll get to it when we get to it. But for now, thank you so much for watching. This is Eric with Easy Peasy Ranch. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care.